Welcome back to another video of Black Myth Wukong. On 8th of August, Game Science dropped a new final trailer of Black Myth Wukong, and in those 4 minutes they have shown tons of new stuff, which is just a small fraction of thing what we saw in the trailer, and it was super mind blowing for me. And the track they have dropped with the trailer was so aggressive and heavy, I loved it. But I didn't understand a single word of the song. Still, it felt very hard. Here are some fresh news you should know before the game releases. Black Myth Wukong made an official post where they clearly say that you should avoid spreading any text, images, or videos that might reveal unreleased content as well as any leak information from unofficial sources. Like if you anything hear from someone like saying you can finish the game within 15 hours or abilities are very repetitive, it's not a soul game or it is a pure boss rush gameplay or anything, do not trust them at all, except if those are coming from directly from the official post. Moving on to the next, after 2 days launch of the final trailer, all content creators started receiving the review code of the game, and on 16 August embargo will be lifted. So content creator will start publishing their review videos on that particular day. You will get to see Black Myth Wukong videos all over the internet. Mostly those videos will be no story spoiler, which you can clearly see the video without getting anything spoiled. Personally, I play the game first, then I watch some reviews to see their opinion are matching with mine, but most of the time it doesn't. I do not take reviewer words for granted. The next news might upset you, especially for the PS5 users, because we haven't seen any PS5 footage of the game, which might put us on a pedestal of doubt whether the game will actually run smooth on PS5. Will it be able to get 60 frames or it will be locked at 30 FPS, or how does the game will look in PS5 compared to PC? We have nothing so far. All the footages and screenshots are just from PC. Even the final trailer is directly taken from the PC. So there is a risk of knowing that whether the game will actually run perfectly on PS5 or not. But according to the leaks from Lunatic Igmus, it says the game runs at 2K 60 FPS and 4K 30 FPS on PS5. So the console players do not have to worry about anything. I will say take these leaks as a grain of salt because for a past month his leaks are not very consistent and accurate. On top of that, our user named by Tango Ray posted a post where it says, shared a post. All the codes that have been provided to review to the content creators are for PC, not a single codes have been delivered out for PS5, which is kinda sussy. Still, it is being saying that the PS5 review codes will be given out soon. Next thing is there was a post submit on Reddit by random user where he mentioned that he is friend with a reviewer who got an early code of the game and he was able to get some insider info about the game. In those, he mentioned so many key points that we will go through. So to finish the game, it took him around 25 hour max, not doing any type of side stuff. So we can assume that to 100% the game, it may take 30 hours or 35 hours, depend on an individual player. The other guy on Twitter named by Tom Henderson, he also says that to complete the main part of the game, it can be finished within 15 hours of the game, not including the side stuff. It sounds really short to me. If it was max 30 hour, I would be more happy, but what I'm hearing, I'm satisfied with it that you can complete the game within 25 or 20 hours, obviously depending on the individual player. But I have a little doubt about this point though, because in Steam it clearly showed that we got 81 achievements for this game, and to get all 81 achievements in 30 hours just doesn't add up. Later on I thought that maybe few achievements are locked behind the new game plus like Ghost of Tsushima or Spider-Man Remastered, then 100% could be done in 30 hours. Some of you may not know that this game is going to have a new game plus on the release day, so it is possible that some achievements are definitely locked behind the new game plus walkthrough. Next up is the graphic of the game, which is looking exceptionally stunning visual, and the unique aesthetic of the game is maintained exactly like the trailer, so players do not have to worry about that part. But there were few stutters here and there and a little frame drops despite playing on high-end PC. But it was better than Starfield and Dragon Dogma 2 or Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Again, those minor stutters or FPS drop can be fixed on the final product of the game, and Nvidia will definitely release a Black Myth Wukong driver so that your gameplay experience will be a sin compared to any Dark Soul game, which can be very fun to watch and understand the lore more accurately. Next up, in the world of Black Myth Wukong, there are some decent amount of NPCs and side quests which can be interacted with, and it can reward you something life-saving upgrade which will be worth to take time to complete it, and it is not so hard to complete or very time consuming, which we have seen in offline event footage of the game. Talking about the transformation, according to the leaks and the after watching final trailer, we can clearly say there are more than 50 transformations in game, and each of them will be very unique and different, which provide various types of way to defeat the boss and can be creative with those many transformations. In terms of bosses, there are a lot of variety, and some boss design are uniquely well designed and one of the best he has seen it. For him, it has exceeded player expectation, but it wasn't that challenging, and some of the bosses are reused, which are treated as common enemy in newer levels. Still, there is a lot of bosses for player to fight in the game. Moving on to the next, the level design is very linear and there are few explorable optional areas, and he will not say that this game is pure boss rush, but it is safe to say that it is a soul-like game, and that is all the info have been shared in that post, and ended it with this conclusion is that this game is definitely a top contender for game of the year. I will agree this game is definitely take the place of the best game of the year, because there isn't any game in 2024 which is to come even closer to the level of Black Myth Wukong. That is everything we are hearing about the game so far. Still, I found little sussy about this post is that as per the leaks, the game supposed to have multiple endings, which has not been mentioned on that post or any mention of New Game Plus. Maybe he forgot to ask or he didn't mention it. Anything could happen. So we need to wait for 16 August for full info about the game. Now I will talk about little bit more about the final trailer of Black Myth Wukong. It's being said that total 19 or 20 transformation have been revealed so far, and there is still more transformation is present in the game that we haven't seen. I'll be honest, game science just going beyond our expectations and making our theory and speculation all in void. We thought there will be like 5 or 6 transformation in game, but more than 20, it's crazy. I never thought that game science would go this far to make the game highly accurate to the novel Journey to the West. Sun Wukong can actually shapeshift into object and thing or things, and able to transform up to 81 characters or objects. So this is definitely very unique game experience the game science is trying to provide to the players. So each transformation will be having their own move sets. The basic combos are like the light and heavy attack, jump shot, or charge a heavy attack. And if you able to build the stance meter by landing perfect attack or dodge, then the charge a heavy attack damage will be increased. Each transformation can only last for few 30 seconds, and your timing of stay in that transformation will be lowered as you landing an attack or dodging, and even getting hit can lower your duration to stay in that form. If I had to say this in one sentence, basically you can stay longer in the transformation if you do nothing. And there is an indicator on left side with a yellow bar just below the health bar. And this transformation will have their own health, so if your health bar gets to 0 in shape shift mode, you won't be dying in the game. And also it consumes mana to transform into these creatures, which indicates with blue bar below the health bar of Sun Wukong. Again, some of secret transformation abilities are hidden in world which you need to explore to find it, otherwise you can easily miss out some transformation from your ability menu. In game, there is only 2 ways you will be able to unlock transformation ability, either defeat a bosses or open a chest to gain those ability which are scattered in the world. Also, after watching the trailer so many times, I think this transformation ability has more depth, not just these abilities are shoved to the players to play with. I think there are total 7 types of transformation or class you can say, like fire type, poison type, electric type, defense type, range type, and melee type. And the last, obviously, transversal one. In fire, we have these 2 transformation right now, one with staff, another one with small sword. Both of them can put enemies on fire. In poison type, we have seen only this guy who can poison the enemy. One electric type, we saw very small glimpse of him from the trailer. I don't know it will stun the enemy or just reduce the HP over time. In defense, definitely it is the bolder one in which he can take stronger hits from enemy without worrying of losing chunk of health. In range, we got the shooter, obviously to deal damage in range without taking close range fight. And in melee we get to see 2 characters, one is this monk, another one is Ozaru who deal massive damage to the enemies. And the last ones are transversal like wolf, a bat, a bug, or a small branch, which will be useful to get past through enemies without getting detected, more like a stealth approach for Sun Wukong. And you do not need to run past through enemies while dodging the enemy's attack at the same time. And each of this type of transformation will definitely have some advantages over some enemies for sure. I think it makes more sense than why would they give us so many transformation just not for showcase, right? Again, this is just my theory and trying to get all pieces together. This is my final thought about this game. Alright, that's gonna do it for me today. I'm super excited for the game. I just can't wait anymore to play this masterpiece on 20th August. You guys tell me in the comment what you think about the info I shared it today with you. Does it make sense or not? You decide. And how many have you pre-ordered the game? And if you did, on which platform have you pre-ordered the game? And I will take a leave for now. Thank you. See ya. Bye bye. I will see you in the next one.